The Zacks Rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zacks Rank buys.
Well, when it comes to aggressive growth stocks this Thanksgiving week, we are not going to be talking turkey. Rather, we're going to be talking dairy and chicken. And I will let our aggressive growth strategist, Brian Bolan, explain why as we bring him in here. We'll do the dairy first with Dean Foods, I guess.
Right, Dean Foods, and this is the dairy one. I'm overwhelmed by your intro there. It's so good, you know.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
We always see it. We always get it from you, and it's great. So Dean Foods, it's a Zacks Rank number 1. Mm-hmm. It has a growth and value score of A, which is great, and 3 consecutive beats of the Zacks consensus estimates. So we like to see, you know, those beats, those rising estimates. That makes it a number 1 via the Zacks Rank. And the stock also has a very low valuation here. So a lot of good things going on with Dean Foods. Okay. If we take a look at the chart here, we can see that it is, you know, it's kind of what the chart people like to see. It's kind of that bottom left-hand corner to top right-hand corner. You know, and 15 times forward earnings. That's a pretty good mark for them.
All right. This other company, Pilgrim Pride, doesn't seem like the Pilgrims have much to be proud of.
No, the Pilgrims are just, they might as well be Buckeye fans right now, you know, after Michigan State really took all the wind out of my sails. And
this is number 5.
I know, it's terrible, right? We're talking about aggressive growth stock picks, but we're going to go into why this is a Zacks Rank 5, and that's going to maybe help you understand the Zacks Rank, or at least some of the viewers.
All right.
So obviously, Pilgrim Pride's a chicken-based company here, and I know we're very close to Thanksgiving. I looked up Butterball. That is just a private company, so we don't really have a Zacks Rank for that because there are no earnings estimates for private entities.
Okay.
So chicken. The main idea here is that there's been a little bit of increase in feed prices, things like that. There was that flu over the summer as well.
Yeah.
And right now, this is a Zacks Rank number 5, a strong sell. So the very opposite of what we normally talk about here is Zacks Rank number 1, strong buys. Now, they missed on October 28th. They missed their earnings number that day, and then more recently we've seen some other food companies also miss their number. Mm-hmm. So there's been a little bit of a shakeup here in the food space. I wanted to go to this chart here to explain kind of what happens inside of that. So when you miss your number, earnings estimates are going to come down. The analysts that are covering the company are going to say that there's a less likelihood of them making a big number for earnings per share for the year. So we can see from this graph that in September, Pilgrim Pride was expected to earn $3.28 as of September. But then after the October earnings report, that number got ratcheted all the way down to $2.79, which is where it stands today. The analysts also took down next year's numbers as well, from $2.23 to $2.05. Mm-hmm. So we see when those estimates move lower, followed with a earnings miss, that's going to send the Zacks Rank lower. So that's why we have this stock as a Zacks Rank 5. We can see the other day, when I took the snapshot of this, the stock was up big. Basically, that was talking about meat pricing. Meat pricing looks to remain solid for a number of reasons, the least of which is going to be there's tariffs out there for exporting it. So there's going to be a little bit more high demand. Obviously that slaughter that happened in the middle of the year also impacted the overall fleet, if you will, of chickens.
So it's your last
flock.
This is your last chance to be optimistic on this one. Do you see this maybe turning around here going forward?
I've been in such a gloomy mode lately. At some point, people have to eat. So the downside of something like this isn't, that big. But at some point, I wouldn't be too surprised if we see, the estimates start turning around here for PPC.
All right. Meantime, do you own either of these?
I do not.
All right. Check out more stock information, stock picks, stock picking strategies, and commentary on our website, Zacks.com. Get on over, check it all out, and link to it all right off the homepage. With Brian, I'm Terry Ruffolo.